Alright folks, I'm going to do a keystroke tutorial, and this is the picture of the joystick I'm using on an Xbox One. I'm going to start out on day one. You see it's just after 7 a.m. Took me a second to get it started. I'm going to start with using the right trigger, and that's your primary action when you're starting this game out. You got to punch things to get stuff. To pick up something, it tells you there, press Y. So it's easy to figure that out. In the beginning of this game, it wants you to build up a whole bunch of plant fibers. So what you have to do is punch them. And then you just picked up 2 plant fibers. But as a strong recommendation, just grab everything you can early in the game. As much as you can. All the rocks, all the plant fibers, because you're going to need hundreds upon hundreds of these things in order to play this game successfully. And it's really important because when you're trying to do your day one, okay, so what I just did there was I hit the X button and I pushed up on the left joystick. And then I selected on the left, using the left D-pad, until I found the bedroll. And then I clicked A in order to make the bedroll. So you see in the top right of the screen, it just made the bedroll. And pick up a rock, X pointed up. And now I'm going to push down on the right joystick and it put it into my tool belt. Now I use the top 2 buttons above the triggers, and you go left or right until you select on the item. And then you hit the action by using the trigger button. And so that placed the bedroll down. I am going to play this through the whole first night, probably 24 hours almost, and just kind of show you. Punching the sticks are tough. You got to find a little scrubby little tree, and I'm trying to work a little quicker so I can find one. And I'm passing up stuff just so I can try to find what I need to show you. You always want to listen. Since this is the burnt forest, you're going to listen for somebody walking and burning at the same time. It's a very distinctive sound, and you'll hear it coming up. Grab all the feathers. You're hitting the Y button. You're looking inside of it, and I'm pushing down on the right joystick in order to take everything in a hurry. There's what I'm looking for. Just punch it. You're going to punch it 15 times, and it's going to give you some wood. And I got enough to build a stone axe. So again, that's the X button, pushing up on the left joystick, and then selecting the thing that you want to create. In this case, I want that so I can start beating on stuff. It's a very, very weak axe, so you need to grab some wood and some stone immediately to make a new one, because this one will wear out. It's only power level 1, and it's going to wear out. So you got to make sure you got the materials to make a new one right away. Okay, you can see as part of the journey, I want you to make some plant fiber clothes. And so I've got enough plant fibers for the moment. And so from that menu right there, I selected clothing. And if you look at the top right of your screen, it'll tell you what you need to make. So if that's a hood, you need gloves, not the hat, not yet, pants, shirt, and shoes. And I'm hitting the up on the D-pad once they're selected. And if you see right in the middle of the screen is a picture of the D-pad that tells you the shortcut. All the clothes are made, and I'm waiting for it to show that it wants me to put them on. So I went to X, up arrow, and I'm selecting the pants with my left joystick, and I'm hitting Y when I get on it, and then I'm hitting A once it's selected to put the items on. Now it wants me to craft a wooden club. I've done videos on wooden clubs. and I'll show you here later once I get to a safe spot, is we'll be making wooden clubs all night. I normally make wooden clubs and stone axes from the crafting menu, but you can tell there's not a whole lot of rocks around here. I'm doing okay getting wood, but not a whole lot of stones. So in this biome, I'm going to focus on making wooden clubs all night. You make them and then you scrap them repeatedly. As many as you can fit in your backpack. Now I'm not going to refuse to pick up rocks because I will make some. There's just not a whole lot of rocks going on out here. All right, it needs me to make a wooden bow. So we click on it and we hit Y. So we identify it and then we hit A to make it. And then I'm just going to make a couple arrows. And that's so I don't use up all my stone resources when I start, because I've only got like 16 left. I need to be able to make some wooden clubs. And you saw that scrap, it's because it was wore out. I need to make a new one, so every one that you make it becomes just a little bit stronger than the last one. So I used all but 4 of my stones. That just tells you how little resources I have here. I'm grabbing onto something with my A button, and then I'm carrying it off with my left joystick and throwing it on the ground because I don't want to carry it around right now. There's no need to carry it this early. This game is a hoarder's dream. I love it. But right now, it's day 1. I've got to get some massive resources stored up for the night. So you can see the next choice, or the next journey, is to craft wood frames. And I'm just going to look at the map. I'm right next to a road. Roads lead to cities. Trails lead to houses. So I'm in a good spot right here. I'm going to stay really close to the road no matter what I do. And just trying to plan out what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn to my right and follow up where that path goes. And I'm switching over to using fists to punch with the right trigger, just because it's easier and I won't wear out this club as fast. Like I said, I'm limited on stones. Another side note, if you look at the bottom of my screen, tool belt, you'll see I'm less than half strength on that stone axe. Once you get to less than half strength, your harvesting value, let's say you would normally get 5 pieces of wood on each stroke of the hammer, you may now get 4 or 3. So when you have the luxury, you replace your hammers and tools early, or you repair them early to maintain your good quality. So you'll see right there I'm getting 8 on each hit. Now I'm going down to 7. 7 and 8. And that's at the bottom right of the screen. It's showing you what it's adding to your inventory. So now it's 7 and 6. 7 and 6. And then now it's going to be 6 and 6. So Y button, use the right D-pad, see where it says scrap, and you hit the right D-pad and it'll scrap it. That means it's going to turn it into a couple of stones. And that's all you're going to get back from it. And there's the road. I'm going to gonna stay close to the road everywhere I go. I'm not gonna pick up a tire yet. You pick up the tires by hitting them with the hammer. You gotta destroy them in about 1 out of every so many it is put into your inventory. And usually I don't just sit here and pick up 1 or 2 rocks unless it's really early in the game. But you see there's no big boulders for me to pound on. Oh, look, there's a house and a bird nest. Take your feathers, take your eggs. Most importantly, these houses out here in the burnt forest are great. Look at that, I got a wrench, first go, and a pistol and bullets. Okay, you don't get that lucky. You just do not get that lucky. Cinder blocks, they're going to turn to smaller rocks. There, I see another remnant. All right, some glue. And there you go, cooking pot. Like I said, this is the best start ever. Some honey, I'll take it. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't see any need to hold up yet. And keep gathering resources all day long. See how we're getting 10 and 9, 10 and 9. Now all of a sudden it dropped. You see the quality of my tool has gone down too. So a 9 and 9. But it's not worth it to repair because you just need to make a new one. Ah, there's a stone. Okay, so this is a large, or a small stone, small boulder. This has iron, it may have lead, it may have nitrate powder in it. Okay, I'll speed it up here a little bit. Wore out that hammer. We're going to scrap it, and we're going to grab the next one. Make a couple more stone axes. Why is it important to get iron right now? That's raw iron, and I'm going to convert it to regular iron by scrapping it. And what that'll allow me to do is once I get enough wooden club strength, I'll convert it into, or I'll make iron reinforced club. All right. We'll scrap this real quick. No. What am I doing? I need to finish beating this thing. We're gonna hit Y, right D-pad. You do it so quick, you don't even know what you're doing. Your muscle memory will build up, especially after this first night. All right, so I'm 90 degrees. You can get up to 120. Don't fret. Let's see what we get here. More pots. You always check the toilets. Always check this spot whenever you're in this type of biome. Okay, another ruin. They're going to be smattered about everywhere. Oh, what did we get? Let's see. So more cooking pots. Holy cow. And you want to pick up the turds. I'm not going to keep them now because it's still too early for that. I'm on super duper quick survival mode. Some oil, very valuable late in the game. More cooking pots. Oh, amazing. No, that's even better. That's another pistol and bullets. It's a weak one, but you know what? It'll just make me feel better. Water, great. More feathers, and nothing there. Always look in this spot, whatever it is. Always look in the trash can. There's an office-sized trash can. There might be trash bags. Notice we're still at 90 degrees, so we're not in danger of anything happening to us. All right, so let's scrap the trash can. I'm gonna scrap the iron. I'm gonna read this. Oh, it's a pistol book. All right, let's read it because we've got 2 pistols. If we found any kind of trader, we could possibly use their workbench if they got one. I'm gonna put this hat on. Maybe it'll cool me down. I don't want that crap. Alright, we're staying right by the road. Like I said, roads lead to somewhere. Oh, I hear, in my right speaker, I hear somebody coming. Alright. Now I hear him in my left speaker. When you squat down and stop swinging the hammer, you'll have like an eyeball that shows up where your target is at. And so I'm doing this just because in case I have to jump up and down and put some wood frames down. So I fulfilled the journey of crafting wood frames. All right, they're getting close. Let's make some wooden clubs. I'm scrapping them as soon as I get those, but I've got one that I'm keeping because I'm going to have to fight here. Out in this biome, the Burning Man, they're easy to fight. They're slow moving during the day. They do run at night. Alright, so now it says I'm hunted. You see, I squatted down and the eyeball got really big and told me I was being hunted. So let's get out in the clearing where I can pull him out and get a shot. Aim above his head. So that little X, and then learn your timing. You run up, you take a swing, and then you back away. Alright, here's another one. I can hear him. And you saw me bend down and get the eyeball a little bit bigger. Aim above his head. And I kind of flinched. There, I flinched too. Right on the head. You know, he's on the ground, get him right on the head again. Now this guy, like I said, he's easy. Easy peasy. There's a couple of them. I call them Big John and then Wife Beater. Those dudes are tough to kill. Can't forget resources, resources, resources. Only got 75. That's, let me tell you, that's pitiful. I'm going to get rid of the nitrate. I normally break for nitrate, you know. Paper I don't need right now. I don't even know. Nah, we're not going to keep that crap. Painkillers, don't take them. It'll just dehydrate you. It doesn't really get you any value. And rearrange my tool belt here. Put a pistol, the better pistol, down here. And I'm going to put the bullets down here because I don't want to lose them. Because I'll drop backpack if I'm ever killed. Because right now I don't even have a bedroll down, so that means it would, if you died, it'll respawn you anywhere on this map. Anywhere, and it's, you know, 4,000 by 4,000, something like that. So, yeah, I gave up. What can I get here? I've got some iron, empty jars. And that's some feathers. I'm definitely going to use those sooner or later. And it is 3:26 p.m. That's what 1526 is. All right, I'm still near the road. We'll check the car. Sometimes the cars might have a mining helmet, and that would be like extremely lucky. You know, I don't want this crap. I'm just going to drop it. So I clicked A, and then I dragged it down with the left joystick, and then clicked A again to drop it. I don't want that crap. And you can see in front of me on the left, there's another smoking guy, burning man. Do I need to take him? Like I said, they're easy. Aim above his head, hit and back up, whether you hit him or not. Nails, don't need them right now. You see that? I'm hunted. I don't know where. There he is. See the crawler? Those guys are tricky, dangerous. So I'm down low. And I'm going to try to hit them. And they're kind of tough to kill. Trying to maximize the stones that we can get. Because we can make a whole bunch of arrows if we've got a whole bunch of stones. I'm scrapping anything for metal right there since I was in the scrapping mode. All right, just a reminder on the joystick and the controller so you know which buttons are which. It's always like a transition, you know, but sorry, it was like a startling jump. Man, low resources. I can make 209 arrows, but I don't even have a strong bow right now, so why waste the money? The resources, not the money, the resources. Now, once you make a bow or wooden clubs strong enough, I mean, we're talking a couple hundred strong, it would make sense to make a new bow at that time. All right, nothing there. Yeah, I can use the short iron pipe. I want to build a forge. Nothing there. All right. I took them. I don't want to eat. Let's see what this place has got. Okay. See what all we can find over here. Nice. Nice. And we got some more pots. All right, it's 5:11. We need to start thinking about closing down for the night. What can I round up right around here? Because I'm going to call it. We're going to stay here. So we're going to have to improve the base a little bit and then climb up on top of it. And so the house that I just got, you know, that little corner of a house, what I do is I just improve the wall and then climb up on top of the wall as high as I can get. And then just build a little platform out of these wood frames, reinforce a couple of them, and then that makes my journey at the top right of the screen go down, completes that. But it also makes me a safe place to be day one or night one, not a big deal. So everything I do here, I'm going to stay right around that little house. Remnants. Trying to save my tool strength. Punch a few of these. Not going to get much, not going to be able to do much, but I'll do what I can all night long. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a few minutes, because it's 6 o'clock now. Trying to figure out where was I. I might have to consult the map here in a second. All right, that little dark spot, straightforward. This one I want? Yeah, it'll do. So I just upgraded to wood. And so I'm just going to jump up here. All right, I placed one. I'm going to take this one out because I want to be able to jump up and hit the next one. Let's knock that window out. Why not? Let's throw a frame in there. And literally, I'm just making a stair for myself. We're out that one. That's right trigger, I'm destroying. Left trigger, repairs. Maybe I didn't mention that. Right trigger destroys. Left trigger repairs. I'm just making it a wee bit stronger. Let's make this wall just a little wee bit stronger. So we placed another one after we've repaired a few. So the game's happy. Wants me to create a campfire, which I'll do when I get up here. I'll try. Oh, it's hitting the tree. Oh, where'd it go? All right, it's 7 o'clock. I am not chasing him. Sorry, buddy. Left you with a headache. I had to try, right? 7:15. Staying really close now. All right, let's gather every bit of resource I can, and then retire for the evening. Let's upgrade the structure just a wee bit. And when I get up on the roof, I'm just going to make it wide enough so I don't fall. I'm going to put a bedroll and a campfire up there. All right, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to A button, left arrow up. Actually, left controller to the right to go to maps. And then down on the D-pad to select, set a waypoint. And then I select it with the joystick, and then I hit A. I am by no means in shape to make a whole bunch of stone axes. And I need to probably make about 400 or 500 of them. So I'm mostly tonight going to be making nothing but wooden clubs. Okay. Thought we've already covered this ground, but I guess we didn't. So we have 5 skill points to spend. I don't suggest that you spend any skill points until you absolutely need to. The first thing that I truly spend mine on is quicker crafting. Everybody thinks, build your stamina. And I'm just putting this as another reminder and as a break. Okay, I'm up on the roof now. I think the game crashed on me there. And so I'm crafting as many wooden clubs as I can. And then I will go through every single one, and I will hit Y, and then use the D-pad to the right. So if you look in the very center of your screen where it shows the wooden club, you could hit the up on the D-pad, and it'll put it down in your tool belt. You could hit down, and it would drop it on the ground. Or you could hit to the right on the D-pad, and it will scrap it. And so what I'm going to do is, for the rest of this night, nothing but making as many as I can. And I made too many, so I have to stop it in my tool, in my construction queue. And so now up, right D-pad. Up, right D-pad. Use the joystick to move over. Up, right D-pad. Up, right D-pad. Up, right D-pad. And again 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 and again. Do this all night. You're safe. I'm way up on the highest point. It's probably 6 cubes up in the sky. And they're not going to knock this down. They don't even care. They're walking around. You can hear them down there. And you see, as you keep making them, they become stronger. Let's make 42 because I know I didn't have enough space. Which actually I didn't get rid of that number 81 down there, so I actually should have only made 41. You see how the strength is building up and building up and building up. Everybody wonders, how is it? It's day 2 and you've got a 200 power club and a 200 power bow, because all your weapons strength will go up the more you create. And when you have it selected at 42, I'm hitting up on the D-pad. and that's creating it, starting it. So I just spent my skill points on quicker crafting. Everybody has their personal preference on spending skill points. That's my preference. Anything that's a single point, I don't spend money on unless I have to get to the next level to build something else I want. You hear all the noises down on the ground. Who cares? You're safe. And so what I forgot to show you, or it got lost in the clip, I built a wooden storage box, threw my bedroll down, created a campfire the same way we created everything else, and I put everything I had except for the wood into the storage box. That way I had maximum amount of room to craft, and craft all night. So folks, this is how I'm going to end the show today, is just crafting until the end. So that's all I'm going to do, all through dawn, and then I'm going to make a few stone axes just to complete it out, get it a little stronger for the road. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.